And we return with this special reminder to those of you watching us on DirecTV. Newsmax TV's primetime programming moves to channel 366 after tonight. In fact, we're already airing this program and our entire primetime Newsmax lineup on JLTV, DirecTV channel 366. So we encourage you to tune in now on that channel and watch us there. Again, that's channel 366. As we mentioned in the latest LA Times national poll, Donald Trump is basically in a statistical tie with Hillary Clinton. Mr. Trump caught some flack earlier this week after making comments about Hillary Clinton and supporters of the Second Amendment. Secretary Clinton came out and accused Mr. Trump of, quote, casually inciting violence. Watch.
Yesterday, we witnessed the latest in a long line of casual comments from Donald Trump that cross the line. His casual cruelty to a Gold Star family. His casual suggestion that more countries should have nuclear weapons. And now his casual inciting of violence. Every single one of these incidents shows us that Donald Trump simply does not have the temperament to be President and Commander-in-Chief of the United States.
I had the pleasure of sitting down with the GOP nominee for an exclusive interview on Wednesday night, and in tonight's prime playback, I began by asking him about those comments from the Democrat nominee.
Well, she knows it's not so, and in fact, I guess she said some pretty bad things over the years, but they know it's not so. What we're talking about very simply is the power of the people. We have such power because they believe in the Second Amendment, and there's such incredible voting strength, and that's what we talk about. And everybody knows that, and she knows that. But she's got all of her email scandals and all of the problems that they have, and they're trying to get out of them. They fully know it.
Reflecting on yesterday with the Second Amendment, do you wish you could take that back, or is the media making a mountain out of a molehill?
Well, I think it's already been reported that they're making a mountain out of a molehill, and people thought that actually it was handled very well. People were there. Rudy Giuliani today was all over the place saying he was there. He was actually in the room, and he was all over the place saying that that was really well said and perfectly said. You saw the reaction of the audience. They took it like, you know, just a very normal statement. We're talking about the power of the voter, and that's what it is.
Rush Limbaugh says if a killer's father, like Mateen's dad, showed up at a Trump rally, the media would be all over you.
It's true, 100%.
Why the double standard?
Rush is 100% right. He's also doing a great job, by the way, and I'm glad he got extended long. I mean, that was his option, but he is a fantastic guy. Rush is 100% right. If he was at our rally, it would be front page news all over the world. It would be a disaster. And they knew he was there because those seats behind, they're very prized seats, and only people with a certain level of contact get those seats. Although in Hillary's case, she doesn't draw too well, so I mean, maybe they're not so prized. But I think that in this case, Rush is 100% right.
Polls can be all over the place right now. You're down in some key polls. The debates are coming up. Suspicion is that some of the Republicans on that organizing committee are not big fans of yours. Do you have veto power over the selection of moderators for those presidential debates?
Well, we're going to. Obviously, we want a moderator that's going to be fair, and if we have a fair moderator, that's going to be wonderful. I look forward to the debates. We've had very good luck in the debates before, as you know. In the previous, I actually participated in 11 debates. And it was terrific. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I look forward to the debates, but we certainly want to negotiate certain things, moderator being one of them.
My old congressional buddy, Joe Scarborough, early on looked like you guys were kindred spirits, but lately things have gotten hostile. He says you, quote, crossed a bloody line and added that the Republican Party should dump Trump. Where's Joe coming from?
You know, I haven't watched him in so long. I really don't watch him. His show is very low rated. I have not watched that show in weeks. He used to like me, and then all of a sudden he didn't like me, and that's okay. But I haven't watched that show in so long, so I haven't seen.
Roger Ailes, now out of Fox News, but he advised 3 previous presidents. He understands politics. Is he advising you now or your campaign?
No, he's not. But he's a man who's done an amazing job building Fox, an amazing job. And I think he's been given credit for that.
All the allegations against him, do you buy those?
Well, I just don't know anything about it. I speak to Roger on occasion now, but Roger has done, look, the job he's done at Fox is probably unprecedented in television history. That's the only thing I know.
Let me ask you about evangelical Christians. You're visiting with some in Florida this week with some pastors.
That's right.
How important is the evangelical community to your success?
Very important, and I think I'll get hopefully 100% of their vote. We're putting in the Johnson Amendment, which is very powerful, which is very good, which is going to give voice to the ministers and to the pastors and to, frankly, people and representatives of all religions. And I think it's going to be a very, very powerful reason to vote for Donald Trump. It's actually in our platform, in the Republican platform, at my request, very strong request. And I think the evangelicals, I won them in the primaries big league, and I think we're going to win them again. And from all indications, it's very, very strong, and I hope they get out and vote, because if they get out and vote, it's going to be a big benefit to all of us.
Earlier this week, Detroit, you lay out your economic plan, tax cuts, taking that top rate 33% down to 25%. Larry Kudlow says it's great. What do you think is the best thing about your economic plan?
Well, I think better than anything else, we're cutting, obviously we're cutting taxes. We're simplifying all taxes for everybody, including for corporations, and we're bringing down business tax down to 15%. We're lowering taxes to get money back in. We have trillions of dollars just trillions of dollars of corporate money outside of the United States. We're bringing that down to 10% so people can companies can bring in these trillions of dollars and put them to work here. And that's, I think, some of the points, but we have a plan that is going to really reinvigorate our country. We have no growth right now. We're a disaster. I mean, the country's a disaster. And this will reinvigorate, I think, like maybe nothing else since Reagan, and maybe even more so.
Finally, we sat down a little over a year ago. You have had great success. You obviously want more success. But looking back, what is the biggest lesson you have learned as a candidate for president?
Well, I don't know if it's a lesson, but what I have done is I've seen how smart the American people are, because here I am sitting with you, and I get the most unfair treatment, the worst treatment from the press, and they write about it. Actually, the press writes about how unfairly I'm treated and how harshly. A few people have said they've never seen anything like it. I mean, they'll take a very good story and make it a bad story, and the public gets it. And that's why I'm doing so well, and we're very close. As you know, the polls are getting very, very tight, and I think when we're finished, I think hopefully we'll have a big victory.
Anything else we need to know before we let you go?
Nothing whatsoever. Say hello to Chris.